What is that? I don't know what it is, but I'll replace one of our swords for it. Oh, it's a lance. It's a magical lance crafted using ancient technology. Oh, I get it. It's from that civilization. Got it. Ow. I just snapped something in my arm. Let's trade Silver Lance for that arrow. Thing is, I don't feel comfortable about, like, moving up here. These guys can't reach us, but this guy can, and he hits like a truck. So maybe if I try and push Nox forward first? Or try something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Relic weapon spam time.
Fighting wears me out.
So she's actually getting hit once by the artillery piece, but it's still a guy down, so I consider it worth it. I don't think it'll kill her in one shot, because that'd be ridiculous. It's also really hard to hit Hilda. Her evasion's pretty high.
Oh, thanks.
Alright, Felix. 11 sword's not going to do garbage, never mind. I redact that decision / idea. Putting Claude here is extremely scary. I didn't mean to do that. I was actually trying to hit B, but I scratched my head and hit the wrong button. Well, we can only see what happens to Claude now. You probably try to take some of the pressure off of him. Yeah, if I put a net here, one of them will fire at a net instead. You move up, so that way next turn you can actually take these guys down. Even if you have the 11 swords, it's not going to do much. Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of health for nothing doing that. Just dismount. Oh boy. Assist. Not Gambit, just assist.
Thanks.
Alright. I didn't even know Lawrence's turn was still up. Alright, let's see if Claude dies or not.
Too easy.
Ooh, Dark Thunderbrand is scary. But Claude's better. Can you stop, lady?
Close one.
Ouch. But now they're within killing range of Claude, so... And Claude survived the turn.
Ah, demonic beasts flying in from the south. Someone here must be able to summon them.
I sense an unusual presence. Someone may be hiding there.
Where's there? Huh, so someone's hiding and summoning all these beasts. Just haven't seen them yet. Alright, I'm gonna send Ignatz down this way. Try to get as many people as possible to attack him. Some of them are so slow, it's not really gonna matter. I'm going to have him equip Thunderbrand. He's just gonna sit and wait. You're going to get closer, but not within getting shot range. I'm going to hope that that was the correct decision. Alright, Marianne, now is going to be one of your chances to use this on Claude. You're going to physic him because I don't want you getting any closer. Wish I had remounted Claude, but the terrain benefits on this map are definitely worth it. So these are still swamp tiles. They do take 10% of your health, but all things considered and what we're getting in return, it's really not that bad.
You got yourself killed.
I keep skipping these on accident, my bad.
If you're sure.
So we gotta get someone to... we gotta get someone to kill those mages. We also have to break these lines, so... It's only a 2-person gambit. Felix, do you think you can... Nope. Leone, do you think you can? Hers is a cross shape, actually. Well, actually, yes, you can. Hold on. Ooh, this one's actually great.
I'm here.
I've got another option.
So he's going to be stuck there. I don't think he's going to move anyways. So that's an HP from him. Use the Lance of Ruin here.
A nobleman does his duty.
Then run away. I want you to heal Lawrence. Bernie, I want you to... You know what, Lysithia, if you move right here, Bernadette, I can dance for you.
Apologies. You will regret this.
It's another health bar down. Okay. I think we're relatively safe. It's really hard to tell, but I'm just gonna end the turn and see if we survive. Nice, Leone! Oh no. Ingrid's dodge is insane.
Nice try. Why
Yikes.
can't I stand?
Oh, I thought she had enough health left to survive that. Well, screw whatever happens the rest of this turn. We're gonna redo this last turn anyways. So back to when I moved Annette for this last time. Lawrence didn't really need to be healed anyways.
Sure.
Actually, you know what? I'll still leave her out here to get shot by the arrow, but I'll actually drink a vulnerary instead.
Let's make this quick.
Let's do the same thing I just did. Just dance, go over here.
I don't have time for this. Yeah.
Do that to the beast. I love how she only has 9 strength. Alright. And now we will let this turn play out again. I don't know if it's going to go the same or if everything's going to be different or what. Seems like it's going to go the same.
Too slow.
Yeah. Minus Annette dying from that arrow shot. I know it's going to shoot Marianne this time. And she...
I need to put this to you.
Oh, wait, no, it was Sylvain.
I saw that! Let me paint you a picture!
Let me paint you a picture. Alright. Now... we go in.
No time to slow down.
So we took care of the flying monster.
My orders? Pure grit! The Blade Breaker taught me well.
Got it. Decent form.
Now we can't call any more demonic beasts, and the remaining forces of Shambhala have been defeated too.
Oh, that was the guy? Lysithea was saying the guy was hidden, but he's literally just standing in a stronghold. He's in the most visible place ever. Unless that wasn't the guy she was talking about. They actually have a bunch of mortal savants out
Shall
here.
we?
Which is not what I expected them to bring.
Too close for my liking.
I'll cut through.
Leave my salt!
One to remember.
So that's another soldier down. There's a mortal savant right here, which I really don't like him being here. Fortunately, Claude can't really dodge him.
I'll do my best.
So I'm actually going to have to ride up on Claude here, heal him
Sorry.
for a decent amount of health. Move back to the bushes. Gonna dance for Lysithea. And Lysithea can actually come back out here.
I will not die yet.
Miasma him. I am a little worried about this guy who's gonna come after Annette. Oh shoot, they're both gonna go after Annette. She will die, so I can't have her do what I had her do. It sucks. In that case, the mortal savants kind of take priority
I'll do
over
this for
anything
all of
else.
Shall we?
I'll cut through.
So what I'll do is I'll have him move back here. And with the Killing Edge Plus, he'll take out this one.
Too slow. All right, next.
I'm your girl.
Then Lawrence will move up to here. The Lance of Ruin, maybe. He doesn't really have any crit. And he can barely be hurt because they don't do enough damage.
Thanks. Let's make this quick.
She can finish that one off.
You lost that one.
We're actually going to use 2 of our ranged heals
I'll
here.
do my best.
We're going to... Oh no, we actually can't.
At the ready.
I could put Claude right here, which puts him in a defensive spot. How much does that give him? Gives him 10 might, but it's not actually like a defensive location. So it'd be best if I put him right here. actually, on top of this stronghold. And I'm gonna have him re-equip his silver. Oh, he already has it. Okay. Going to move her out. And she is going to long-range heal Felix. That's for us.
What's my
I'm
strategy?
gonna move Nox up to this rock. And he's gonna punch everyone.
Hope this isn't it.
Ignatz is really low, but thing is, all he has to do is get unlucky and they can end him. So I do have to be really careful with this, but I can't let this lady keep casting magic. Wait, she's not dead? You know, honestly, I kind of
you are.
didn't realize that there were people Ignatz couldn't kill. Mainly because I've become so used to him murdering everything. Okay, that's another one down. So what I can actually do is I can put her right here. And I'll cause them both to go after her instead of Ignatz, because she's easier to hit. Which is kind of funny.
Shall we? You're making me work. Don't get used to this.
Just like that.
Then she can move back. Alright, I feel pretty confident with what we've done this turn, all in all. She has rally speed, doesn't she? Yeah, and speed affects avoidance rate. So what I can do here is I can rally... Oh, I know, she has rally... Do you actually have rally strength? You do. Well, that's actually a really useful skill, which we're not going to use right now.
That helps.
Alright, come on, Ingrid, don't fail us. She's the only one I'm scared of getting hurt right now.
I have mastered this ability.
Good job, Sedith. They're using a one-might gambit on her. Uh-oh. That can be deadly, though. So now she's stuck there.
Pointless.
All right. There's that chest in the back that I want to get to, but... So I'm really curious what's in there. Just go in there with the relic weapon. Slap his face off.
I still have a long way to go.
And as for you...
Allow me to demonstrate! This could turn the tides.
Alright. Everything's a lot less scary right now.
My orders?
Let's go ahead and mount. Whoops. Let's mount. Probably should just use the bow because she does have the bow crit. Anyways, like, there's almost no point to her using anything else. Which is weird to say for a Fire Emblem game when I'm like, they should only use bows, nothing else.
I've got no time for mercy.
Alright, Ignatz. Think you can take this lady out? Of course you can. He has 0 crit, though. So that's kind of a bummer, but...
The swampland vanished.
Oh, that lady was controlling the swamp. This is actually really cool. I like what they're doing, how each one of these elites is controlling a different... Well, not every one of them, but a lot of the magic users are controlling, like, a part of the map. I can't hurt this guy at all. Like, this is an armor-piercing weapon, and it's just, nope. Not happening. She can't move no matter what I do, so... I'm gonna mount so that way she can get out of here next turn. Because this is incredibly pointless. Actually, we can use the combat art for Lewin and do some damage.
I'll end this quickly.
Oh, she crit. Never mind, it's over.
It is
69,
done.
exactly.
Onward.
You did
It's
it.
always 69. Assist physic. Is there anyone that...
Did the trick.
So the swampland's gone, which means it's safe to move on to that stuff now.
Apologies.
That helps.
Alright. It's gonna be that turn. Looks like they're advancing now. And we can actually get on these. Oh, those two saints are gonna go after Claude like crazy. Claude, fire on your ancestors.
Hey, can you speak? Just puppets controlled by NEMISES. Well, they're the strongest puppets I've ever known.
Keep firing on that man. So I don't know if it's the fact they have long-range tomes, so they're gonna run over here. They have a movement of 8, so I don't think so. But he also has fail not, so we do have to look out for that. We have the arrow of Indra. Whoa, that's a Valkyria Chronicles spear.
For now, I'll revel in my achievement.
Ignat, just stand on this and heal yourself. Actually, I have an idea so we can finish this in one turn. We'll actually use one of her warps to warp Bernie over here. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. Because if Bernie gets in range, she's just going to get demolished by those guys. Never mind. Let's undo that.
Shall
Everyone
we?
else just get closer, I guess. We can just take
My
out those
orders?
two puppets with the freaking
I'll do my
long-range
best.
weapons, so... I'm not worried about that.
Too easy.
Sorry, buddy. You're nowhere near ready to fight Claude. Ancestor or not.
Watch and learn.
Oh shoot, he healed back. Okay, well that's a different problem.
Ready when you are.
Use the arrow of Indra again. That thing actually has like electricity coming from it.
What's my strategy?
Alright. I want Claude to
At
take
the
that
ready.
guy out. Whoops. Never mind. Well, so much for that.
At the ready.
Let's do this thematically with the real one. That's how you use... Fail not.
The weak fall, the strong live.
I'm your girl. Can't afford to lose.
So which one is this? Oh, this is Fraldarius. There's also a chest behind him. I wonder what's in that.
I'll do my best.
I'm scared if I kill this last elite, like he's
I'm
gonna come
alright.
charging at us or something. And I really want to avoid that if possible.
I can do this. No mercy. I found strength in adversity.
Ignatz, you just keep critting. That's all I want from you.
Thanks so much. What's my strategy?
Oh,
My
you do this,
orders?
Leone. This would be better for you.
Still far from the top.
Professor, Claude, all the subordinates to Nemesis have been eliminated.
It took some doing, but now's our chance to face off against Nemesis.
So in this chest is a giant shell. Okay, that was disappointing. Alright, Ignatz in chest number 3. The hardest one to get to is... just a secret book. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Claude. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna wait till we have everyone here, because I do have some people that do things like they can bring down strength, which Ignatz does after attacking. We have people who can rally. We have a bunch of tools for this, so... This isn't going to be as bad as the moment I saw... Dugensia, or whatever his name was, in Radiant Dawn, and I basically just felt like it was impossible. But it's gonna take a bit of doing. Alright, so here we go. First things first, I feel like the best thing we can actually do is attack with Lorenz. Because Lorenz has resistance seal on him. So if we attack with him, we can actually seal the enemy resistance just by hitting them. So that's not a bad deal. Oh, he will die if he outspeeds him. Okay, in that case... Just hit him with a Saturday then. Then we'll hit him with Ignatz next, because Ignatz has Strength Seal. Damn, Nemesis looks cool.
You can still fight.
I just realized he can't get out. Dang. Well, anyways, that lowers his resistance, which means Lysithea can step in. Actually, she can't, because anything that she hits will kill her.
Thanks.
Yeah, just anything she does will end in death. So, yikes. Wait, why are we all suddenly in range? Is it because we started fighting him? I guess so. So the funny thing is, you could actually use some of the gambits or combat skills that allow you to move people, and you could actually pull him off the stronghold tile and make the fight a ton easier. But unfortunately, I don't have anything for a setup like that right now. she just can't do damage. She doesn't have the strength to do anything. She can gambit and leave, though, which is fine by me.
I can help.
It's the only thing she can do.
Witness my resolve.
That didn't stick him there, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Hilda can actually probably do quite a bit of damage without having to... She uses Apocalyptic Flame. That was a good chunk. Actually gonna leave Hilda right here because she didn't get hit. Meaning we can kind of encase him in there. We do have to kill him this turn, or else he's gonna kill Lawrence. Annette, how about you... Wait, who's the fastest person here? Probably Ignatz. So Ignatz, how can you do against him? I imagine not bad at all, knowing who you... Actually? That's pretty bad. Where's Claude? Oh, I forgot to remount Claude. That sucks. Yikes. I think I may have to reset this encounter because Lawrence is gonna die no matter what I do. And a lot of us can't hit him with the gambits we have. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to rally Nox with her.
Well done.
Can't do anything.
I am here.
Let's gambit him. I don't know if these gambits are even gonna do anything. Claude, how about you use Fallen Star? We'll see how that goes. I was really hoping you'd crit, but it's okay that you didn't, I suppose. Damn, Nemesis, you're scary. We'll use Combat Art, Sublime Heaven.
That sword, you bear the crest of flames, just as I do.
That brings him down to 9. Hold on, I want to kill him myself. Feel like it's my responsibility.
I'll use this power for the greater good.
If anyone else kills him, it just doesn't feel right, you know? Said I'd stop leveling up. You didn't do shit. Okay, we actually do have a way of doing that. What does Break Shot do again?
I do this for all of us.
I'm trying to think of who could actually do damage here. Not many of us.
Let's make this quick.
I think I have a strategy in mind. It's just not the easiest one. I don't think Felix could even do anything, could he? I mean, he can, actually. Astra's like 1 damage 5 times, no. We gotta raise your attack as high as possible, Sunder. And then we'll use a silver sword. That's some damage. That's... I forgot he heals when he hits people. Shit. Well, okay then. Still mad that Lysithea can't even hit him without dying. So actually, here's what we can do, I just realized. We can go Combat Arts, and we can use Sublime Heaven once. We can actually use it again. I can't believe I didn't realize this. Because I have Bernie.
That sword, you bear the crest of flames, just as I do.
And like that. Once. And now just once more. I think.
There is...
Says stop leveling up. Doesn't matter at this point.
At the ready.
Actually, Claude, can you use Fallen Star with Fail Not? Yes, you can. Use it. Oh, this counterattack, he actually doesn't heal from it. Well, that makes the fight a lot easier than I thought. Okay, Bernie, thanks for that last dance you're ever gonna give. Let's go, Sublime Heaven. And like that, Nemesis was defeated.
I'm stronger than before.
That one seemed to work. We're almost done. Let's go, my friend.
Cutscene time. Hey, you have two. That's no fair. Oh, that's pretty cool.
You're a foolish child.
Tough talk from the guy who's lived too long. Allow me to fix that.
You are all pathetic weaklings. You lack the courage to challenge me.
I love how Claude took the high ground.
Yet we have the strength to scale the walls between us, to reach out our hands in friendship so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how
That's
we
Fallen
win.
Star. That is actually how we just killed him. And Claude ran in as a feint. I know you, Claude. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that was a slice that killed him.
Future historians will refer to this day as the new dawn of Fódlan.
I was gonna call it St. Claude Day,
No
but that's
doubt.
fine.
It's up to you now, Teach. As for my path,
As for your path. You already told me what you wanted to do. You wanted to break down the walls of Fódlan. But I don't know where we're going after this.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fódlan. The ambitions of the fell king Nemesis were crushed, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fódlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. Country, faith, history, all that had once formed the order of the world was wiped clean. The heroes whose very hands saved Fódlan from a dark fate commenced with the building of a new society. The leaders of this new, unified Fódlan began their walk down a seemingly endless path. One towards a world that would cherish differences in race and belief. One where all life would be valued equally. Those leaders clung to the hope that their path would not end with Fódlan, that it would someday span the seas to Dagda, and beyond the throat to Elmyra.
Like that, Claude went down in history. You know, one of the things I have to say, I'm not going to get sick, it's going to cut me off with more stuff.
How did you know I was here?
Oh, actually, we're getting into this. I thought you might be hiding.
You know me too well. That's exactly what I was about to do. Once I got to thinking about the war being over, a lot of my old fears started to return. I'm afraid to go home. Afraid to see my parents. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Come with me.
Wait, where are we going? Don't make me go! The Goddess Tower? What are we doing here? This is it. We're all alone. The perfect time. You're going to kill me, aren't you?
You figured me... Wait, no, that's not what I... Where did you even get that idea? I would never do that.
Alright, I've made my peace, and for what it's worth, I'm glad it's... Wait, you wouldn't? Of course you wouldn't. I'm not even worth killing, am I? I knew it all along. I'll go lock myself away now.
Oh damn, that's a line. I love you, Bernie. I want you to have this.
What did you just say? Is that a ring? Well, this is, what kind of ring is this? When a man gives a woman a ring, it usually only means... Is that what this means? I don't know what to say. I accept. Of course I accept.
Oh. It's okay. Calm down a little.
This means I'll be able to shut myself away in peace again. You can go off doing your hero things, and I'll hold down the fort.
Don't I get a say in this? That's not happening. That's not happening.
No, come on, please. You just won't let me off the hook, will you? In that case, I have a favor to ask. There's a reason I've been able to cope with going out of the monastery so much. It's because I've been with you. I'll never completely get over my anxiety, or my fear of strangers, or my compulsive need to run and hide. So whenever you tell me to go outside, I want you to come with me. Wherever we go, whatever we do, I want us to be together. Always.
That sounds perfect.
Because when I'm with you, I feel...
Whoa, they have a whole piece of art just for this.
Wait, did you agree? You mean it? You're the greatest! I love you so much! We're going to be so happy together!
And they got their happily ever after. Oh, and that's just the credits sequence. Battle data. Remember when Edelgard was our MVP? That's cool. That ending was really nice. It felt fitting. One of the reasons I especially like the Nox Bernie thing is because they're so opposite. Like, I feel like Nox being, like, doubling down with a hardened warrior like Catherine or Leone would just be kind of weird, you know? Feels weird having the battlefield couple. I kind of like the polar opposites of like the outgoing general teacher and then the kind of shut-in as she is. Yeah, well, that was an experience. As I said, I think I want to put everything into a separate video, like all my thoughts on it. So I'm going to give like the Cliff Notes version here. One thing I wanted to say is I like the Byleth Claude thing 1 billion times more than I like the Robin Crom thing. I always see people like, man, Robin and Crom are best friends, or they're like the best duo, and I disagree with that a lot. There's a lot of better ones. Like, I like Ike and Soren. They're probably my absolute favorite. But as far as, like, some of the newer entries go, I really love the relationship Byleth had with Claude. Like, it felt like they were actual best friends. You know, you get to know Claude to a point where you know what he is going to do. You know what kind of a person he is. Even to the point when he asked for the book that our dad had left behind, and I just said, if I didn't give this to you, you're gonna steal it. And in the following sentence, Claude went, yeah, good thing you gave it to me, or else I'd have to sneak in and take it myself anyways. The characters were really good. I enjoyed Golden Deer a lot. This is always gonna be like my home house, if that makes any sense. You know, like this is the one I chose for first. It's gonna be the one I'm gonna be the most attached to, I feel, overall. It's the battle data. Do we get the MVPs? Total? Oh, we get all the endings! Anna's business savvy proved to be a great asset in post-war reconstruction of Garreg Mach. Once the restoration was complete, she disappeared from the area entirely. Though tales of a mysterious merchant were passed down in every corner of the world for centuries to come, some say she continues her travels even to this day, eternally peddling her wares and ever in search of the next lucrative opportunity. Cyril, which I literally never used. Unable to serve Rhea any longer, Cyril nearly left the church. He was persuaded to stay, however, to assist in rebuilding the monastery he had helped maintain. Thanks to his devoted work ethic, the Officers' Academy was able to reopen a few years later. When the new students took the reception hall, Cyril found himself among them. Alois, son of the Knights. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of captain of the Knights of Seiros. In this capacity, he was much beloved, and the Knights became more unified than ever under his command. It is said that their accomplishments during his tenure were even beyond what Gerald's troop had achieved. Flayn, the slumbering princess. Flayn disappeared soon after the war, and over time it was all but forgotten that she ever existed. Many years later, however, a young woman resurfaced in a completely transformed Fódlan. When she looked to the man who stood beside her, she wondered if it would be alright in this new era to call him father. Oh, they went into hiding. I bet if I had hung out with them more, they probably wouldn't have done that. Mercedes. Mercedes left home and went to Garreg Mach, where she became a model cleric. She devoted the whole of her life to service of the goddess and became well loved by the people, who revered her for her piety and boundless generosity towards those in need. Like, thing I'm wondering is, since we basically deconstructed the nation's whole religion, how did that really affect Mercedes? You know? Arrow of Justice. After the war, Ash was formally knighted and appointed the new head of House Gaspard, which had no successors. His warm, sincere attitude towards the subject was praised all over Fódlan, and Ash was finally recognized as the ideal knight he'd always hoped to be. His deeds live on in countless tasks. I hate these games never give you a chance to read all this shit sometimes. Queen of Brigid. Petra returned to her homeland of Brigid and inherited the throne from her grandfather. As ruler, she declared independence from Fódlan and worked tirelessly to secure friendly relations with both Fódlan and Dagda. Her efforts... Dagda, really? I didn't realize there was a reference there. Her efforts inspired her... Oh, whatever. Mystical songstress, Dorothea. Dorothea returned to the Middle Frank Opera as soon as the war was over. Thanks to her talent, the company enjoyed a resurgence of popularity that lasted well beyond the end of her own career. Once she gave up her position as a songstress, she settled down to a private life of peace and quiet. It is said that she was very happily married. Caspar, roaming instigator. After the war, Caspar set out alone on a journey of self-discovery. He traveled to every corner of Fódlan and even ventured abroad now and again. It is said he got into mischief at every turn, but the victims of his antics, always more amused than harmed or offended, remembered him fondly and passed those stories on to future generations. Okay, here's where we start getting to the people that had battles. Catherine, the Free Knight. Catherine left the Knights of Seiros and set out to travel across Fódlan. With Thunderbrand in hand, she wandered the countryside, seeking always to defend the innocent and punish the wicked. Her many years of heroics ensured that she would always be remembered by the people as a beloved folk hero. That's awesome. Hanneman. Though Fódlan had changed, Hanneman's goal remained unwavering, to determine the workings of the crest and to do away with the inequality caused by them. To that end, his research resulted in magical tools that would be used even without the aid of crests. This proved to be yet another worthwhile discovery by the father of crestology. Setheth, Heir of Purpose. Setheth remained at the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Seiros. Doing away with his old strictness, he adopted a tolerant stance toward all. His encouragement of believers to respect those of other faiths helped people of Fódlan to find common ground with others. Distant Archer Shamir. Shortly after the war, Shamir gave up the mercenary life and disappeared. Though she was never heard from again, rumors swirled persistently for years of a master archer turned thief who lined her pockets by shaking down all those who preyed upon the innocent. See, here's the difference between... I'll talk about it afterwards. Leonhardt, Sleepy Crest Scholar. Leonhardt abandoned his inherited position in favor of a carefree life at Garreg Mach Monastery, where he spent his days at ease, whiling away the hours at the fishing pond or in his private study. After his passing, a treasure trove of documents was unearthed, revealing the key discoveries he had made during his many years of crest research. It's kind of sad, but I guess it's the kind of life he wanted. Sylvain, Sincerest of Knights. As Margrave Gautier, Sylvain devoted his life to improving relations with people of the Strange region. With oration alone, he succeeded in helping to create a new way of life for nobles in which relics and crests were no longer viewed as necessary. Though he went down in history as an extraordinary lord, it nevertheless became customary to refer him to, whatever. Divine Songstress Manuela. Manuela left Garreg Mach to build her own academy in a small war-torn town where she contributed heavily to the rebuilding efforts while teaching future generations the necessary skills of survival. Though she never married or had children of her own, she spent the last years of her life happily devoted to her students. That's good at the very least. I know she was like all looking for men, but... Annette, 63 victories, 84 battles. Annette returned to her hometown of Fyrdiad, where she took up a teaching position at the Royal School of Sorcery. She was a gifted instructor, and many of her students went on to become the world-renowned sages. Though her talent for teaching was remarkable in its own right, she was perhaps best remembered for effortlessly securing the trust and respect of her many students, as well as inspiring all... Okay. Noble of the Red Rose, Lawrence. Soon after the war, Lawrence assumed leadership over House Gloucester and helped govern Fódlan as a representative of the Alliance Lords. His political talent yielded revolutionary policy changes, many of which were of particular benefit to the common folk. Stalwart Knight Ingrid. When Galtea territory was seized, Ingrid argued strongly for the preservation of its borders. Her request was granted, and she was appointed to rule from her new position. She gave it her all to ensure that people of Galtea lived peaceful lives. Her efforts bore fruit to people's delight, and Galatea became a land of plenty. That's good. I know her whole house was struggling before. Wait, do these two have a paired ending? After the war, Felix abandoned his noble title and chose to make a living with his sword. He traveled the land seeking battle as if he had a death wish, but his violent path came to an end when he happened upon Lysithea, who had been living in a small house in the middle of nowhere with her parents. Seeing her, condemned to live a short life, but smiling, making the most of every day with her family, convinced Felix that life was precious. He gave up this sword to join her, and the two spent their lives baking sweets. Lysithea's recipe became known far as wide as the treat that became a tradition for people of that region. These two? The Bladebreaker 2. Leonie took over the mercenary company formerly led by Gerald. She ran out of money constantly, however, due to sending all of her earnings back to her village, and so developed a reputation for unpaid tavern tabs. When she came upon that Raphael had been helping to run his family, she was overjoyed to finally find a place where she could trust her enough to open a new tab. In her years of frequenting the establishment, she incurred such a massive debt that the only way... Okay. Yeah, they lived happily together. What? This is one I did not expect. After Hilda returned home, her fashionable accessories achieved widespread popularity, leading her to create the finest artisan academy in Fódlan. While shopping for art supplies, she had a chance reunion with Ignatz, who had persuaded his family to allow him to travel the world as an artist. Hilda invited Ignatz to teach at her school, and as she and the students became enchanted by the landscapes and portraits of all he had seen in his travels, the two gradually fell in love. Their romance birthed a new style that inspired artists across Fódlan. Huh. These are all weird paired endings I didn't expect. Entrusting the future of Fódlan to his friends, Claude left for Elmira to reclaim his place as the heir to their throne. Several years later, when he became king, he took initial steps to open trade routes with Fódlan and entered into negotiations with Margrave Edmund. During this time, he was reunited with Marianne, who had grown under her adopted father's guidance into a wise and talented woman. She offered him her aid and worked together, and they fell in love. Damn. This is not what I expected. Oh, and there's us. The eternal loner. After ascending to the throne as the first leader of the United Kingdom of Fódlan, Nox announced his marriage to Bernadetta. Many were concerned that the new leader of House Varley would do little more than hide, but she in fact followed the new king wherever he went and provided him with constant counsel. She never did overcome her shyness, however, and it is said that aspiring adversaries who frightened her were quickly turned away. Because the ones she liked performed well in their service to her people, Bernadetta was widely believed to have a discerning eye. Those were good endings, okay? We're gonna wait for this last cutscene or whatever to show up. Because I know it's not over. Oh, that's it. So, one of the things, and I already hear people, like, in the comment section, like, but you said that people who just disappeared in Shadows of Valentia, that those are bad endings. I'm like, not necessarily. Here's the thing. When people have endings where they go out on their own and they just say, they were never heard from again, it's really unsatisfying sometimes. But the right people went and did that this time. It was not absolutely everyone. It was like people who were pure loners and never gained supports with anyone, like Catherine and Shamir. Like, they went out and struck on their own and you heard of them, and that sounds totally like a thing they would do. But in Shadows of Valentia, it was like 7 to 12 characters, just like they were never heard from again. You know, it was too much. I am going to skip these credits. Whew. After 112 hours, Golden Deer is complete. Aw, there's thThis.